So hello guys, uh, today I'll make a video for selection sort, right? So before this video I have made for bubble sort, and this is another sorting algorithm called selection sort. So these are the algorithm which I'm making purposefully because it's very important from interview point of view, right? So wherever you will go, they will ask you to write down the logic, and they will ask you the difference, like what is the difference between the bubble sort and selection sort, right? Before to start, this is brief about me. I come from mechanical engineering background, right? I work as a senior software engineer. I am from Bihar, Muzaffarpur. This is my Facebook page. So if you like my Facebook page, you will get all the notifications and the video which I make. And this is my playlist, YouTube playlist. So if you go to my playlist, you will get all my video which I upload, so that it is easy for you for your study purpose, because I have segregated all my video based on the topic, right? So now I will start with the sorting algorithm, right? So selection sort. So what is basically selection sort? So it's a way through which we can sort the unsorted array, right? Or even though it is sorted, still we can go ahead with it. So it's another way to sort that, and the way we sort in bubble sort and the way we sort in selection sort, both are quite different, right? Because in bubble sort, what we do is we try to compare each element against every other element present in the array, right? We try to compare each element against every element present in the array. But in case of selection sort, what we do is we try to find out the lowest index in first pass, right? We try to find out the lowest index in the first pass, and then we replace with the first index, right? We try to find out the uh, lowest index. When I say it lowest index, which means the index which has lower value, right? The index which has lower value, we try to find out, and we just swap with the first index, right? So what I'm trying to say, that I will show you with the example, so that it is easy for you to understand. If you look at here this is my original array, 5 1 minus 5 12 16. This I need to sort it, right? How I'll do that, right? How I'll do that? So assume that I is equal to 5. So what we need to do is, when I is equal to 5, we need to check if any value in the array lesser than 5. First we need to check. So when we'll come here 1, right? So 1 is lesser than 5. Yes, we have one lesser data. Now we need to keep this 1 as an index, and we need to try to find out whether we have any data which is lesser than 1. So minus 5. Yes, minus 5 is a lesser. Then 12 is not lesser, 16 is not lesser. So minus 5 is a smallest data in my first pass, right? So minus 5 is a smallest data in my first pass. Just I'm rearranging it. So what we are seeing here is minus 5 is the smallest data in my first pass. Assume that what I will do is uh, okay, I'll just keep as it is. I'll just keep as it is. We have enough small data, because I was planning to add one more. It's okay. So here, what I'm trying to do is, my first index will compare with my other indexes data, and it will try to figure out which has lower data. So 1 is lower, yes. Now I will keep 1 this as a my index, and I will try to compare it if any data which is lower than 1. Yes, minus 5 is a lower. So in that case, what we'll do is, this minus 5 will go to the 0 index, right? So minus 5 will come here, and this 0 index data will come to the minus 5 place, right? Wherever minus 5 was there, I will place that data. Now after my first pass, now I'll start from here, Why I will start from here? This is the questions. I will start from here because we have already placed the lowest data at first index. We have already placed the lowest data at first index. So when I will try from here, after first pass we have already placed minus 5 here. Now what I will do is I will start completing from here. Now I will try to see if any value is lesser than 1. No, we don't have any data lesser than 1. Yes, we don't have. When we don't have, right, we'll keep 1 as it is. So after second pass, what we will see is 1 will be as it is. Now what we need to do is, okay, so 1 is as it is, 5 12. Here it should be also, it should be 5, it should be 12 after second pass. So after third pass, 1 second, something I'm doing wrong. Am I something wrong? No. Okay, I will take some good example actually. I'll insert one column to the right. Yeah, and here I will keep 1 3 so that so that we'll have very good example, so that it's easily we can understand. Because the more data we have, we can understand in the better way. So I'm just keeping 3. I will rearrange this. Insert to the right, and then we have 3. So now if you look at here, this is my original array. This is my original array. So in original array, when I'm running a for loop and I'm trying to figure out the smallest one, so when 5 I compared with 1, it was the 1 was smaller than 5, and then I kept 1 as an index, right? Then I kept 1 as an index, and then I started comparing with other data, and I came to know that minus 5 is just smaller than 1. So now index will come here. So wait a minute, I'm just trying to figure out where is the arrow mark so that I can show you the arrow mark. Where is that? Home. Somewhere we have design, right? So design will have that. No, arrow mark and all that I can't get here. Line number, orientations, reference, set caption, review, view. Okay, that's fine. If it is not there, it's okay. I'll just explain it. So that's fine. So first what happened is, first one was lesser, so index was here, right? So I can write here, write it here. So first, okay, fine, I'll just try to explain it here itself uh, without using drawings and all that. So you can see here is first index was here, right? So I can write here, so first index was here. So basically 1 was lesser than 5. After that what happened is, I kept 1 as an index and started comparing if any data lesser than 1. So yes, so now what happened is, my index will come here. So any data is lesser than 1 is nothing but this, right? So my index will come here. After that what will happen is, I will swap with this data with this in the first pass, right? So I will place this lowest one at the first index. So after first pass what happened is, minus 5 will come here and 5 will come here. So I'm just swapping it. Okay, I think it is clear for you guys how I'm swapping it, right? So there is no numbering system here. Otherwise I would have shown with better representation actually. I think here I used to do, but I'm not seeing now, like This is table base cover smart art. Yeah, I think this is the hmm. Yeah, yeah, this is the one. Hierarchy, relationship, matrix, pyramid, picture. Okay. So process, alternative flow, cancel it. Just a minute, guys. Just 1 minute. I'm doing for you guys only because to show you in the better representation. Hmm. Balance. Hmm. Design. Thumbnails. That's fine. That's fine. I'll do that later. So index become here. So what I'll do, I'll replace this 5 with this 5. So what happens is if you look at after first iterations, this cancel it. So what happens is after first iterations this minus 5 will come here and this 5 will come here, right, in the first pass. Now what will happen is after first pass this is my output. Now what will happen is I will start from this. I'll start from 1 now. Now I will not check from minus 5. So I will check that. I'll start from 1 and I will try to see that if anything is less than 1 in this array. So I don't have any data which is lesser than 1, right? I don't have any data which is lesser than 1. So I don't have any data which is lesser than 1, which means till here my insertion is over. Sorry, till here my sorting is over. Now till here my sorting is over. So after that what I'll do is after that I will try to figure out. Now I'll start from 5 and I will try to figure out if any data is lesser than 5. Yes, we have one data which is lesser than 5. It is nothing but 3. So my index will come to the 3 and then I will try to figure out if any data, right, any data which is lesser than 3, I mean in this area, only in this 4 index. So I don't have, right? So I should not bother for whatever I have already sorted. Now I should bother any data which is less than 3 in this 4 indexes. So I don't have. So what will happen is 3 will come here and 5 will go there. So now till here is, now till here is sorted. 5 is sorted, 1 is sorted, 3 is sorted, till here is sorted. Now I'll copy this and after fourth pass what happens is I will try to figure out if any data which is lesser than 12. Yes, 5 is lesser than 12 and then I will try to figure out if any data lesser than 5. So in this 3 index we don't have, right? So what happened? So 5 will come here and 12 will go there, right? So till here, now till here is sorted. Sorting is done till here. Now I will copy this again. I will paste it after fifth pass. I will try to see that. So any data lesser than 16 in this box? Yes, 12 is lesser than 16 and there is no data which is lesser than 16, right? So this is my I mean sorry, there is no data in this blank area which is lesser than 12. So now this is my sorted array, right? So I think hope you guys understood like how selection sort works. So in selection sort, in every pass we try to figure out the smallest index which has the smallest data. I mean sorry, we try to figure out the index which has the smallest data, right, in every pass. So if you look at after first pass, what I did, I got a smallest data, I replaced with index 0. In second pass, I have started from index 1, and I didn't get any data which is lesser than this index 1, so it was as it is. After third pass, what happened is I started with index 2, so this is 0, this is 1, and this is 2, and sorry, here, so this is 2. So what I did, I was trying to figure out if any data which has which I mean I was trying to figure out if any index which has uh, lesser data than this. So yes, 3 was there, so I replaced to 3. Then I started with 12, and I tried to figure out if any data which is lesser than 12. Yes, it was 5, so I replaced 5, and there was no data which was lesser than 5, because in the box which was not sorted, right? So do not think about the sorted box, just think about the box which is not sorted. So in 12, 16, 5, 5 was lesser, and after 5 there was no data which was lesser than 5 in the unsorted box, so these three are unsorted. So I placed 5 here, 12 went here, 12 went to the 5 location, and then again I did the same thing, 12, 16, 12 came here, and 16 go to the 12 location. Now this is sorted. Now we need to write program for that, right? We need to write a logic for that. So I have already wrote one logic for that. This is my logic, right? This is my logic. This anyways I will explain you like how this works. How this works I will explain you, right? It's a very simple. So before, it will be very good if you guys will study bubble sort before this, which I have already made, so that this will be easy for you guys. Now we need to understand, we need to do a sorting, right? And while doing sorting, what we are trying to do, that is we are trying to find the index which has lowest value in every pass, which means we need to run a for loop to the length of the array. So I'm running one for loop to the length of the array, which is nothing but this length of the array, right? This length of the array I plus plus, and I'm making one index is equal to I, which I have already shown you. Like, what is index? Index is nothing but we are trying to get the shortest the data, which is nothing but index, right? So we are trying to get the sorted data in that the index which has lowest value, right? So I'm just making one pointer index starting from 0. So in beginning I'm keeping this as a 0. Then why I'm running one more for loop? This is very interesting. Why I'm running one more for loop? I'm running one more for loop to make sure that my index first my index first should get compared with other data, and and we need to get an index which has the lowest value, right? So just I will explain you one by one. So I wrote one more for loop, int j is equal to I plus 1, which means this will start from here 34, right? It will start from 34. I'm starting from one index more than I, what first for loop is, and then this I'm running to the array dot length and j plus plus, which means if since I'm starting from 1, I'm running till array dot length and j plus plus, which means I'm running less than 1 less than the length of the array, because I'm starting from 1, so I'm running 1 less than the length of the array. Why? Because if I start from 0, I will run to the full length of the array. Since I'm starting from 1, we are running 1 less than the length of the array. Now here very important concept we need to understand. Here I'm writing array j. Array j is nothing but this data 34, and I'm comparing with array of index, right? Array of index is what? In beginning it is a 0. First iteration it is a 0, because I is equal to 0. If array of j, right, which is nothing but this data, if this data is lesser than array of index 0, which is nothing but this 10, if it is a lesser, make index is equal to 0. So this is not lesser, right? So this is not lesser. Since this is not lesser, it will not come inside the for loop. Now what happens? J becomes 2. So when j becomes 2, which is nothing but this data 2, right? When j becomes 2, which is nothing but 2, an array of index, so index is 0 because still index has not changed, which is nothing but 10, right? So yes, 10 greater than 2. Now what happened is, now it will go inside 10 greater than 2. So I got my index which has lowest data, so it will go inside the if condition and index is equal to j. So what is j? J is equal to 2. Now I got the index. I think you are now understanding, right? Now I got the index which has lesser data than my first index, which is nothing but 2. So now my index became 2. So after first iterations, what happened? Index became 2. So now I got my one lowest data, at least I got, right? Still what I am trying to do is I am not breaking the for loop, though I got my one smallest data. Now what I will do, now based on that data, right? Now based on that data, I will try to see if any other data which is lesser than this index, right? So now my index become 2. So in my first iterations, now what happened? Index became 2 now, right? Index became 2. So index is equal to j and j is nothing but 2. Now after this, j becomes 3, which is nothing but 5, right? So array of j, so array of 5 is lesser than array of index 2. What is 2? 0 1 2 2. No, 2 is not greater, so this will not change, index will remain as it is. Now j became 4. 6 lesser than 2, no. Then j become 88, 88 lesser than 2, no. 66 lesser than 2, no. So in first pass, what we got? In first pass we got the smallest index which has smallest value is nothing but j is equal to 2. Now I got my smallest index. What is my smallest index? Data array of index. So what is my array of index? Index of j. J is index of 2, which means the data is equal to 2, right? Now I stored this data into the smallest index, and now I have to replace it. To do that, array of index, array of I. So what I will do here, since this is my smallest, so this I have to send to the first position and 10 should come to the least positions, right? The data 10 should come to the position number 2. So array of index, which is nothing but array of 2, is equal to array of I. So 10 will come here, and array of I, which is nothing but 10, is equal to a small index is equal to 2. So 2 will go here in my first pass, right? 2 will go in my first pass. Now what happens is, this internal for loop will stop and again external for loop will start. So now int I is equal to 1, right? First time it was 0. So why I became 1? Because 2 is already the smallest one in this array, so 2 already came to the first positions. So basically if I have to write, I can write like this. So what happened after first pass? If you look at, data is going to be 234, data is going to be 234, and then it become 10 because it is getting replaced, right? And then it will be 5 comma 6 comma 88 comma 66. This is after first pass. Data will become like this. Now if I have to see what happens in the second pass, right? Just 1 minute, I'm trying to reduce the gap so it will be in the one page, otherwise it will go to the other page. I mean, it will not be the one frame. So second pass, now see what happens. You need to understand. Now I became 1. So when I became 1, which is nothing but 34, right? 34. And when I became 1, then j became 1 plus 1. J will become 2. J will become 2. Now it will go inside an array of j. So array of 2. Array of 2 is now, this is your new array. Now no more you have this array. Now no more you have this array. Now your this array became your main array. So if you look at here, array of j, so array of 2 is nothing but 10, lesser than array of index. Array of index is nothing but array of 1. So 3 is lesser? No, it is not lesser, right? It is not lesser, sorry, it was 34, by mistake I have written 3. So yes, 10 is lesser now. So if 10 is lesser, it will go inside the for loop and index become is equal to j. So index becomes j. So index becomes j means index becomes 2. Index becomes 2. So now index became 2. Now index became 2, but still my for loop is running. Now my j became 3. So when my j became 3, which is nothing but 0 1 2 3 5, and my index is 2, which is nothing but 10, right? So array of j, so array of j is equal to 5. 5 lesser than array of index. So array of index is equal to 10, right? Yes, it is lesser. So index become, now it will go inside and index will change to j, which means now index will become 3. Guys, are you getting it how it is happening? So first what I did, I got my first index which has lowest value than 34. Then I made that data as an index, and then I'm trying to find out if any data which is lesser than 10. Yes, we have 5. Then again index will change, and now index will become 3 in my second pass. Index will become 3 in my second pass. Now after 3, again this for loop is running. So now j became 4. So array of j is equal to 3, which means 0 1 2 3 5. So 5 lesser than array of index. So array of index, sorry, array of j, which is nothing but 4. So 0 1 2 3 6. 6 lesser than array of index 3, which is nothing but 5. No, it will not go inside. Then became j became 5. 88. 88 lesser than 5. No. 664 lesser than 5. No, right? So index become j. Now this for loop got over. Once this for loop will get over, what I will do, I will get the smallest index data, which is nothing but your index 3, which is nothing but data is equal to 5, right? Then 5 I will send to my this position. This position will go here, the data will come as a 5, and instead of the place of 5, data will go as a 34. So what will happen, similarly after every pass the data will get sorted, right? After every pass what will happen is data will get sorted. To understand that, we can do one thing here. So to understand that, what we can do is we can write one print logic which I have written in my previous program, and I will copy that and I will paste it here. In my bubble sort I have written one print array, so that you guys will understand what is happening in every pass, right? I will copy this method and I will call this print array after every internal for loop. I will call this and I will supply here as an array, right? I will save that and I will just write after I pass, right? So that we will come to know what exactly happening. And now in here I can write original array which is nothing but this, right? Just to keep that, make this, and then I will write resulted array. Yeah. I'll run this so you guys will understand. See here, this is the console output. So original array, sorry for this spelling mistake, okay, original array is equal to 10 34 2 5 6 18. After 0 pass, what happened is 2 came here, right? 10 went to the see, 2 came first index, 10 went to the index 10. Then what happened after first pass? 5 came here, 34 went to the 5 positions. After second pass, what happened is 6 came here and 10 went to the 6th position. Then third pass, nothing happened. Fourth pass, what happened is uh, in fourth pass anything happened. 34 88 66 5 10 34. So again, fourth pass nothing happened. Fifth pass 66 came to the 88 position and 88 went to the I mean 66 came to the 88 position, 88 went to the 66 position, and then this is the resulted array, which is nothing but sorted array, right? So you guys can correlate now, like how after every pass it is getting sorted, right? How after every pass it is getting sorted, and how basically we are getting the index, and then we are getting the index of the lowest data, and then we are keeping that index, and then again we are trying to get the data which is lower than that index, right? So hope you guys understood the program now. So I'll explain one more time here. What we need to do is I'll remove this. We need to run a for loop, okay? We need to run a for loop by keeping index is equal to 0, and then we are running one more for loop to make sure that we are comparing with other element of the array. And while comparing it, what I'm doing, that I'm trying to get the index, which is lesser than my j index data, right? Which is less. So if you look at here, array of j lesser than array of index. So any data which is lesser than the first index, any data which is lesser than the first index, I'm just keeping the index, I'm changing my index, right? And then again this for loop, I'm not breaking it, I'm not breaking this for loop. Again this for loop is running, and when this for loop is running, what happening is data is getting replaced. So when what happens is, first time it will get the data which is lower than first index, then I will reshape the index data. Starting it was 0, now it became 1 or 2, something like that. Then I will reshape the index data, and then still the for loop is running, because even after that we are trying to figure out if any data which is lower than that index, right? If any data which is lower than that index. So now I'll run in the debug mode, and I will show you what is happening basically, right? So I'll just do F6. See, first time what happens, if you look at in the console here, the index was 0, I was 0, and j was 0 here. Everything was 0 0 0. Now when j was 1 and j was 0, the data is not greater. Data is not greater because if you look at the array, this is your array: 10 34 2 5 6 88 and 66. So this 34 is not when we look at the index, the 10, right, and 34. So 34 is not lesser than 10. 34 is not lesser than 10. so it will not go inside the if conditions. Now if I'll do f6 again, f6 f6, see j value here became 2 and index is equal to 0. So when j is 2, which means j is equal to 2 this, and index is equal to 0, so 10, right? So yes, this time 2 is lesser than 10, so it will go inside the if conditions. See, it went inside. Now if you look at here, index value is getting changed. See here, debugger mode, now index became 2, now index became 2, and j is also 2, now index became 2. Now what will happen is, based on this index we will try to get the data if any data which is lower than this index, right, which is lower than this index. So again this for loop will continue, it will not go inside, because when j was 3, so j3, which means 0 1 2 3 5, 5 is not lesser than 2, it will not go. Again this should be open so that I can explain you. F6, sorry, should open, yeah, and F6, so J4. So when we look at J4, J4 0 1 2 3 4 6 is not lesser than 2. Why I'm saying 2? Because my index is equal to 2, so index is equal to 2, which means 0 1 and 2 is not lesser than no. So I'll do F6, F6. So now my j is equal to 5, so 0 1 2 3 4 5, 88 is not lesser than, again it will not go. F6, now it is the last data, so j became 6 here, see j became 6 and index is equal to 2. So if I look at the array, 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, so it will not go. So j index value will be 2. Now my for loop will get over, it will go outside of the for loop. Yeah, now it will try to replace it because I got my lowest index, right? It will just print after first pass, it will just print the data, like this is the, after first pass this is the data, like how data got replaced. Now second pass, so in second pass what happens is, now I is equal to 1, index is equal to 1. Why? Because I'm in slicing, index is equal to 1. Now index is starting from 1, right? In previous call it was starting from 0. Now if I do f6, now j is equal to 2, so now index is equal to 1. Now see the array, like after first pass array got replaced, so 2 became 0 index, 34 is the first index, right? And j is equal to 2, so 2 is equal to 10, so yes, 10 is lesser, so it will go inside, it will go inside. After that it went inside, and if you look at here, see the index data got changed to 2 because index got reset to 2 because it went inside. Now index data is equal to 2, again it will go inside. Why it is going inside? Because when index is equal to 2, which is nothing but 2 34 10, and what is j here? J is equal to here 3. So if you look at here array 0 1 2 3 5, so yes, 5 is lesser, so again it will get reset to 5, so index will change to 3. Now see, now index became 3 and j became 4, so now j became 4. So what is 4? 0 1 2 3 4 6, 6 lesser than 5, no, it will not go inside the if condition. Now j became here 5, so 0 1 2 3 4, 88 lesser than 3, so index is equal to 3, which means 5, no, it is not lesser, it will not go inside if condition. Now j became, sorry, it was j became 6 and I just double pressed, so it went outside, so 88. So now if you look at here, your index is equal to 3. Now based on that, what happened is when index is equal to 3, so data will get replaced. So a smallest index became 5. The data is nothing but 5, and this 5 will go to this 34. This 5 will move to the 34 index place, right? Why? Because I was started from 1, so still I is equal to 1, and in the array what is 1? 34. So if I'll do F6 and F6, so now you can see that your data will get changed. See, 5 came here and 34 went to the 5 positions, right? So similarly, even you can write this program, you can debug that. It is very simple, right? So hope you guys understood how this bubble sort works. So you can just uh, type this program in your system and this will work, right? So you can just pause this while typing. You can pause the computer, you can type that, and you can try to get the output, right? Thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please hit like button, subscribe my channel, like my Facebook page, and I will show you my YouTube channel so that you guys can understand. I mean, you guys can read easily through my channel. So if I will go to my channel and maximize this, so if you go to my playlist, right here I add all my videos. So you can say that here core Java programming videos, web services, Selenium, test ng concept, sibling concept, hybrid, right? And these are the Java videos: interface in Java, string, method overloading, framework. So every playlist has multiple videos. This has 6 videos, this has 8 videos. Web services associate framework, 7 videos, test engine concept, 5 videos. So you can go video and you can understand, right? So thank you for watching this, right? And to subscribe my channel, you need to log into the Gmail account, and when you will click on subscribe, it will get subscribed, right? Thank you for watching this.